Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
What's your biggest review from going over the tape and reviewing that game today?
We all sat down and watched it, and I think that it's clear on the tape that we got guys flying around, we got guys playing with high effort, in all three phases. The physicality's there, the effort's there. We just got finished talking about it, and there's obviously some detail-oriented things that we just got to get better at execution-wise, and take that. And I feel like we were on a good, and still are. I feel like we were on a good trajectory, detail-wise, and just kind of let a couple of things slip. But we got to, take the lessons from this game and incorporate them, moving forward.
We were just speaking with Coach Rizzi, and he was talking about the sort of adjustments that Los Angeles made in their run game in the second and third quarters. What about those adjustments created a challenge for the defense?
I think they were looking for a lot of those cut back lanes and those kind of second and third looks as far as their rushing lanes. Think they kind of hats off to them. I think they did a good job of having us run sideways, and we couldn't. They tried to keep us out of that physical kind of downhill run defense, that we usually are. So I feel like there was times where we kind of locked back into that, but overall I think they tried to stay away from kind of us getting downhill. So
It might be a simple question, but just what about the looking for those those cutbacks, those run lanes, and everything? What about that makes it challenging in terms of your defensive fit? Not yours, but the one you played yesterday. Sorry.
Right. I mean, I would say a little bit, a little less talking about, challenging. I think it's just different, when they, just have guys, the gaps are moving, guys are moving, and when they're moving sideways, we just got to focus on, sticking to our brand of football, which is, just attacking and staying downhill. The times we were able to do that, we found success, and the times where we kind of let them kind of run sideways, they found a little success. So we're just gonna get right back into that and go back to work and take that on the road with us this week.
Well, the turnovers are like a huge part of y'all's like defensive successes kind of early in the year, and they've kind of dried up a little bit lately. Is it just like less opportunity on the ball in the last couple of weeks, or?
Right. I mean, the game's different every game, and sometimes you get those opportunities. It depends on the scheme, depends on the quarterback, the opposing quarterback, how willing they are to kind of throw the ball in the middle of the defense, or kind of take those chances. So we've kind of seen the gamut of different quarterbacks, guys who maybe are more mobile. We have opportunity to maybe get the ball out that way. So we're always looking, especially with the guys in our defense. Like, we're always looking for the ball, and that's always an emphasis every week. That's always been an emphasis, and that will remain the case. We're looking for it every week, and we got the guys to go get it. So that'll remain an emphasis for us.
What is it that worked for y'all in the passing game yesterday? It seemed like Los Angeles, I know they got their run game going and stuff like that, but it seemed like they struggled a bit in terms of moving the ball through the air.
Right. I mean, we just, kind of, and I think that was definitely a positive for us. I think that we were kind of all in tune. I mean, it was a loaded work week. I mean, those guys have so many different looks, just kind of like in the run game. They have, a lot more in the passing game as well with that offense and that scheme. They got a lot to that you have to kind of detail on. And so, we kind of locked in on that all week. And there's tendencies, and there's a lot of splits that are hard to decipher between, that you got to be, really locked in. But all of us out there working collectively together, maybe I see something that someone else on the other side can benefit from, and vice versa. Maybe they see something that I need to know pre-snap. And so that communication and that kind of cohesion on defense is we had a lot of fun out there yesterday, and man, obviously came up short. And the goal is always to, is to get the win 100%. That's the number one goal. It always has been, always will be. And yeah, no, I think we did a good job of executing that. We just got to be, better collectively overall, for sure.
Understand that 4-8 is what it is. Like the fact that the division is still kind of within grasp. 5 games remaining. Does that like help you guys keep the focus on that and go out there with something to play for?
Right. I mean, I'm sure, grand scheme, you always want to know that you're not out of it. But at the same time, I mean, the guys in the locker room, everyone in this building, I mean, we're worried about, again, just being 1-0 this week, getting back into that win column and doing what we need to do. Going to have to put a great work weekend this week in practice. Going to have to prepare. Going to have to, come to work and, got a bunch of professionals, all professionals in this locker room, all guys willing to put the work in and ready to work. So we're going to get back to it and get back and, try our best to get back into the win column. That's the goal for this week is 1-0.
You learned earlier that Taysom is going to be out for the year. Like, being around him since this summer, like, what's maybe the biggest thing that you've noticed about him, or, like, where have you seen him have the biggest impact?
Football guy, through and through. I've been playing this game all my life, and this is my 6th year in the league, and there's something unspoken about a guy like Taysom. He doesn't have to say it. It's just who he is, and everyone who has ever watched him play can see it. I mean, that guy, the ultimate professional, comes to work, trains hard, studies hard, works hard, plays hard. You know what I mean? And unselfishly does everything, has done everything for this team. And so watching a guy like that, especially when I got down here, watching a guy like that, how he operates throughout his workday in the building, I mean, how could you not want to match his energy? How could you not want to bring to the table, some of what he brings to the table? So, that was obviously, a super, sad moment for everyone in the building. I mean, it still is. I mean, a guy like that, having him out there is everything, just energy-wise too, And so we're all around him, and we're all, praying around him and on his recovery journey, and we all wish him the best, and he knows he could lean on all of us for sure. But definitely gonna miss that guy out there, man. Love that dude. All good? All right, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.